Good morning, Rabbi Kolakowski here again. It's an interesting time of the year, a lot of things on my mind. Sphira is a time that is somewhat bipolar. Because the Sphira, that's the time between Passover and Pentecost, these days when we count 50 days from Passover to Pentecost. It's a bipolar season because it's a season, according to Rishonim, look at the Ramban, that it's an Indian of Kolamoyed. It's a concept that it's like the intermediary days of the holiday, to the point where there's a comparison between Shavuos. Pentecost is called Atzeres. That's the name that's generally called in the Talmud and Lashon Chazal. And then we have with Sukkot the day Shmini Atzeres, the 8th day of Atzeres. And this word Atzeres, whether it means stopping, holding back, it means usually it's translated as the 8th day of solemn assembly. Atzeres means assembly. And so Shavuos, Pentecost, also a day of assembly. It's both assembly and stopping, like, stopping from work, but also stopping from the holiness of the holiday. Interesting, this truck says Isaiah 40:31. Anyway, so in a certain way, these 50 days are compared in the eyes of many of our sages to the intermediary days between the beginning of Sukkot and Shmini Atzeres, because Shmini Atzeres is a separate holiday, and it's also the day when we have Simchas Torah. And so there's this connection. So, but that means that these days are days of joy. These are holidays, these 50 days. That's on one hand, but on the other hand, we know that they are days of mourning. And that's actually a controversial issue. But in general, the Ashkenazic custom, for sure, is to observe them as days of mourning. And most of the Sephardic community has adopted this custom as well. A lot of it has to do more with history of things that happened in Europe. That Eastertide, which is essentially the Christian equivalent of Sfiras Omer, of the counting of the Omer, the days between their Easter and their Pentecost, which are linked to our holidays. These days, specifically during the what's it called, the Crusades, were among the most dangerous times of collateral damage that Jews suffered as, basically being in the way when Christians and Muslims were fighting. That should not reflect on our relationship today with Christians or Muslims, but that's just, part of the history. And so that's really the primary reason why these are days of mourning. And then, but it became, kind of a time of mourning because of, this story with this. But then we tell the story of the of Rabbi Akiva's students and so forth, and that's what we link this to as well, and focus during these days to better ourselves. But what better joy is there than in bettering ourselves? There's no happier day than Yom Kippur. And so rather than maybe being days of mourning, they should be days of introspection, and that should be a source of joy. It's like we said, the Ramban said, they're like Cholamoyed, they're days of holiday. Now the thing is, we're finding ourselves in the month of Nisan, which is a joyous time, and then we go into the month of Iyar, when we're allowed to mourn, we're allowed to fast. So to find that balance. I really want to talk more about this subject, but I'm getting to the point where I have to turn the GPS back on, so I know where I'm going. I'm going somewhere I've kind of never been before. So thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe, and comment. And the best thing I can say just before we end is, I remember, Rabbi Tzvi Meir Silverberg used to always say that the tzaddikim say, the Sfarim say, that the Shabbos Noch Yontif is Noch Yontif. The Sabbath after holidays is it's still the holiday. Noch means both after and still. And essentially what we could say is, really, this whole time we can reflect on what we received, the blessings we received, the spiritual blessings we received during Passover. Like we said before, reflect on these days and bring them, don't think Passover is over, because it's over. It just began, the Passover season. Now, after we made that investment, now we can reflect on it. That's why by many tzaddikim is accustomed to eat matzah all throughout Sphira. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment.